firstly, I love the website. It's got me great discounts and great savings for 2 years now, and because of that I want to raise awareness for this fantastic brand, which is something this job opportunity would give me. Secondly, this would also be a great role for me to enhance my PR skills, which I've already built on in Sydney on my gap year, and I spent a lot of time doing flyering, marketing, door-to-door sales, and also a large amount of charity work. Also, I've recently come back from a month in Kos, Greece, where I spent 4 weeks PRing at one of the major bars out there, which was a very successful time for me. I feel this role would be great for me, because I'd like to take the skills that I picked up in Kos and that I picked up in Sydney and bring them back to Cardiff, where I could be the Student Beans brand manager. Okay, so how would my friends describe me? One word that came back repeatedly upon asking my friends was social. I am heavily involved in an active and thriving social scene at Cardiff with my commitment to American football and IMG rugby, which ensures cracking nights out, as well as being a familiar face in the humanities library, cafe and lecture theatres. Due to my social framework at Cardiff, I feel I will be an ideal candidate for this fantastic role. Okay, so my 3 strengths. Number 1 is passion. When I want something, I go for it, and when I get my teeth into something, I've got the drive and willpower to follow it through to the end. Secondly is teamwork. Having played a variety of sports such as football, squash, cricket, rugby, badminton, I'm great at teamwork. I'm great at negotiating and communicating with other people, which I think is vital for this kind of role. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is communication skills. Due to my English degree, I feel I've got very, very good communication skills. I'm able to talk to people I've never met before, which again I think is very important in this kind of job. Okay, so my 3 weaknesses. Probably one of my weaknesses is that I take failure personally. If I ever don't complete a task or get something wrong or don't do well, I take it very personally. I take it upon myself to improve myself and make myself better, so I never do that again. Secondly, I can be impatient, especially with deadlines. If I meet a deadline and someone else misses one, I don't have a lot of time for them, and you know that I can be impatient. My final weakness is probably that I'm very competitive, possibly overly competitive. I mean, I make competitions out of absolutely everything due to my sports background, but that can also be seen as a strength because I feel in a working environment, competition is key. So those are my 3 weaknesses. Okay, well, I have a lot of ideas about this. Firstly, and I think fundamentally, student feedback is key. Secondly, freshers' fair is absolutely crucial. We need to get a stall there, and we need to get people signed up on the day and get Student Beans recognised. Also, importantly, social networking. Facebook, for me, is part of my everyday life, and it's the same for a lot of students. I feel that Student Beans hasn't really capitalised on the Facebook phenomenon, seeing as there's no Cardiff Student Beans page. I would rectify this by creating a page and getting many people to join and giving them updates on the latest discounts and offers. Finally, I think working with the union would be of great importance to Student Beans. Perhaps on one of the bigger nights, so maybe the Lash on a Wednesday or Come Play on a Saturday, I feel maybe handing out goodie bags or potentially Student Beans glow sticks, something like that, just to get the Student Beans brand out and about. Those are my ideas so far, but I've got a lot more to come.